set the tone for all to remember. You rewrite history, the greatest pretenders. You rewrite history, the greatest pretenders.
Are you entertained? Let's get into another reaction of Lucifer. This is Lucifer Season 5, Episode 14. 2 more episodes to get into, and then we're wrapping up the season and jumping into the final season of Lucifer. I hope you guys are enjoying it. The full reactions are down below in the link. Please click those links, Patreon or YouTube channel membership, either or. Join today. Since you guys are down there, please hit that like button, share, and comment as well. I love to read y'all comments. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Lucifer and find out exactly what the show has got to give.
You're gonna be what?
The new guard.
Chose you to replace him?
Well, not in so many words. He asked me and Amenadiel to keep it a secret.
What about all the other angels? Are they gonna be okay with this?
Well, no, they have more opinions than Twitter.
No, but why would you even want to be God?
Lots of changes when I'm in charge. War, eradicated, hangovers. Never should have existed in the first place.
I like that.
You know, I really thought you'd be more excited about this.
Trying to wrap my mind around what all of this means.
Exactly what you're thinking.
That's not at all dangerous.
Well, I know that.
Just...
You need more time to process. Of course you do. Nice little murder. Take your mind off things.
Sounds fun.
Could you imagine being ripped apart by a shark?
No.
Those big old teeth tearing into your skin?
This morbid stuff gets you excited, and that's because you know that all this work's gonna help somebody. Bruno Lorenzoni, 33, the chief operator of the aquarium. Pieces were found scattered in the tank.
Way deeper than any sort of tooth. Cleaner cut, too, made by some sort of blade.
So the killer dumped the body, hoping the sharks would hide the murder?
Fingernails on the hand we do have show some sign of struggle. Maybe our victim nabbed some of the killer's DNA.
Who found the body?
Elizabeth Newman.
Do you know of anyone who would want Bruno dead?
No, I have no idea. Or of our marine conservation community.
The oceans wouldn't need saving if my father hadn't been slacking.
I love our animals as much as she does, but these days I'm just more of the money person.
I know the answers to all your questions. No more asking useless people like Lizzie here.
Is that a Amenadiel?
Excuse me.
Have you heard the news?
What?
Father's back.
Well, I should go talk to him, get his blessing before our meddlesome siblings find out.
Michael.
About that,
Happy retirement.
Thanks, Pop.
My children.
I didn't get an invitation.
not even Gabriel's Evite?
Heard you talking about me. Long time no see. Glad you could make it. Archangels, assemble!
Hey, Gabriel.
So, I'm in a deal. Someone's been a busy angel. It's angel of messages, but whatever. I got plenty of hot goss without you. Dad's getting old, and he's losing it.
Who told you that?
Michael turned himself mortal, lost his powers, exploded a human.
He put the human back together again.
All of us archangels gathered here on Earth, out in the open.
Relax, brother. This is LA. No one will even notice. Sister!
Who invited the devil to our gathering of angels?
How dare you?
Hello, my sons. Welcome to my retirement party. Can you smell what I'm cooking?
If you're retiring, there'll be a new you, right? Who's it gonna be? If it's a secret, you can whisper it in my ear.
Going to be the handsomest of us all.
Hanjobadil?
No, not Hanjobadil. It's going to be me.
What?
No. Lucifer has my full support.
How can that be?
I ran hell for millennia. Have any of you run your own kingdom?
Brother, you know I've always followed your lead. Okay, but I cannot support the fallen one.
My retirement plan, then my successor. Who wants another hot dog?
Detective, I'm afraid that there has been a speed bump in my road to becoming God. Better way to prove that I'm God material than to make his plans for him.
And aside from a few endangered fish gone missing, we learned that Lucifer, a few employees said Bruno was arguing with her husband. They overheard him making threats to her.
Stupid aquarium. Was her entire life. She paid zero attention to anything else.
Including you?
Taking care of her 2 sick kids by myself.
So you're giving us your alibi. Bruno's employees heard you screaming over the phone. Was that also about her never being around?
Yeah, fair.
She was making late night calls to some restaurant owner named Jeremy. It was just about her fish. Part of me hopes she was cheating on me.
Would you say she was sort of the god of the aquarium?
A god who didn't have time for the one who loved her the most. Me.
Are you hearing this? His godlike wife didn't have time for him.
What of these retirement homes do you think that your godlike wife would enjoy the most?
Retirement? What are you? Bruna is dead.
Right, well, if you were God, which one do you think you would like to spend your eternity in? Dad's wife is in another dimension. Maybe Dad could do with a new partner. Aquarium, Fitbit, kid vomit, restaurant owner named Jeremy. It's not Jeremy of Jeremy's Fine Food, is it? Jeremy is known in certain circles for serving rare, illegal animals.
Confronted him about it. That's definitely motive for murder.
Having a soul is the worst.
But isn't that what you wanted?
Yeah, until I got one. Turns out having a soulmate that can die, it's torture.
Maybe you could focus on what you do have instead of what you don't.
Maybe.
You know that she's gonna end up in heaven.
Most caring, honest person ever. Of course she's going to heaven.
Wasn't there a time that all you wanted was to go back there?
If I die, I'll turn up as one of the tortured. I know how they're gonna torture me.
Yes, Chloe! Come through.
Why are we at Jeremy's right now dressed like this?
We get him to sell us one of his deliciously illegal meats, then voila.
It's like a sting date combo. Maybe I don't need to be so worried about you becoming God after all.
Well, I told you.
It'll be nice to have some alone time, just the two of us. And your dad.
Chloe? And my mom.
Ready for a double-decker date?
Surprise, totally without warning, double date.
Oh, you didn't know either.
I was blindsided too.
Impossible, Dad. You're omniscient.
Dad, your name is?
You can call me God.
Free. Godfrey is his name.
I thought you two would get along. Dad is retiring and Penelope herself is retired?
I am not retired.
No?
Who told you that? My agent?
Oh.
Your wife died?
No, she's just in her own universe.
My John and I, we were the opposite. We were totally connected. What, you don't agree?
He gave up his dream of becoming a detective to support your career.
Children, they blame us for everything.
As if we created the world.
Maze! Maze, what are you doing?
Kill puppies?
Something I'll feel guilty about. Because that'll be what Squee tortures me with in hell, okay? I'm going to be trapped in that hospital room a minute ago. Breaking Eve's heart.
When Lucifer becomes God, you can just ask him for help.
Lucifer's doing what?
He's taking over after our father retires. No, Maze, what are you doing? Maze!
Were her goth years? Hot Topic almost bankrupted us.
What can you tell us about your old job? What kind of work-life balance did you have?
I actually didn't have much of a life. It caused a lot of problems between me and my wife. She always felt like I didn't have enough time for her.
I'm interested in your specials. I'm in the mood for some Asian arowana. I'd like to speak with the owner, please.
Sorry, sir. You have the wrong idea.
Your mum and my dad, match made in heaven.
Excuse me. Jeremy Morgan, I'm the owner. It's such an important guest.
That's quite all right.
Miss Decker, I'm a huge fan. Now, we don't normally serve first-timers from our secret menu. I do have a delicacy fit for a queen.
You said you were vegan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sure you want to eat panda?
Jeremy Morgan, you're under arrest.
And I'm sure Peter will agree. Most likely going to hell.
I saw this guy about to cross the street, moments away from walking into traffic, picturing things like really vivid. The position his body would land on the ground, exactly how long it would take him to bleed out.
Oh my God.
I eventually snapped out of it, but helping him wasn't my first thought.
You've been coming to see me ever since you caught Pete. You've never taken a single day off.
I've been this way my entire life. Everyone thinks I'm a good person. I told Amenadale that I would try to accept myself, but how can I accept myself when this darkness is such a part of who I am?
That's kind of serial killer-ish.
We found your freezer full of illegal meats. Bruna found out, didn't she?
Yes, I serve exotic meats. Do you have any idea how hard it is to run a restaurant in LA? She wasn't trying to stop me. She was trying to sell me some of her fish. Offered to sell me some bluefin tuna. It's hard to come by these days, so I bought some. A week ago, she offered me her rarest fish, $47,000 worth, but I just maxed out my budget on bald eagle. So I turned her down.
Oh, for Dad's sake. I know he has big fingers, but these texts are simply indecipherable. Wolfgang Yuck.
Wolfgang Yuck.
Oh, come on, just answer the bloody phone. Ready to ride off into the sunset with a Decker of your own?
A few millennia too young for me. There is and will always be only one woman I will ever love.
Man, if you're going to be stubborn about it, I'll plan a different element of your retirement then.
I don't need your help.
But I need to make sure that everything's ready, everything moving, so you can just give me the throne.
Everything in its time, son. For now, I don't want to hear you speak a word of my retirement again.
Interesting.
Lucifer asked you to talk to me about my retirement.
He's delegating.
And you're sure you want Lucifer to take my place?
Lucifer's come a long way. And he does his best when you put a little faith in him.
So how many of these games you want me to win before we visit Lucifer's retirement home?
I mean, you're playing the perfect game.
Well, should I take it easy on you?
Doesn't seem to me like you're losing it. When was the first time that you noticed a problem?
I didn't. Michael did. A few months back.
You know we angels self-actualize, right? What if you're doing this to yourself?
You don't want me to be God, do you?
I wonder if when you're actually ruling the universe, you don't have time for us.
Bruna's secret wire account, and it confirms Jeremy's story. She was totally receiving deposits from it. I was able to track the routing info to an IP registered to this address.
It's the lady that we first saw in the beginning of the episode.
That sushi they're eating could be Bruna's fish. Recognize anyone?
Respect will get us further. The quickest way to earn that is to display superior skills in battle. Fancy another go? Huh?
Uh-oh.
Let's even things up, shall we?
Go ahead, Luz.
Okay, that's not Bruna's endangered fish. I only bought her good legal stuff. She was putting the money back into the aquarium to save the fish.
Anyone else know what Bruna was doing?
A woman called from the aquarium asking about the donation.
Who would be more angry about the aquarium being used as a seafood bar than our old friend Lizzie?
I knew it was her.
Well, don't you want to keep it?
Eve doesn't want it, so it's useless to me.
I am sorry that I didn't tell you about your mother. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have kept my promise.
It's okay. And it protected me from having to face how little I meant her. So I hear you're going to be God.
If all goes well.
So you can change one of the rules of hell for me.
Ah, yes, Amenadiel told me.
Change who can sit on the throne.
What?
Father said hell no longer needed a warden.
But maybe it deserves one.
You?
I want to control who does the torturing.
I can't think of anyone I would trust more with our old home. Tematikin. Queen of Hell.
I was thinking Mazza Queen.
Mazza Queen.
Daddy Morningstar! Hey! You're Lucifer's dad. That would make you God. I am grasping at straws in our latest case. Tell me how to catch our killer.
Well, I can't tell you that. But I can tell you're struggling with something. One has darkness in them. It's not about getting rid of it. It's about accepting it.
Mine's different. Deeper. I think maybe I'm a bad person.
You, Miss Lopez, shine so very, very bright. I can see it all the way from heaven.
He's gone.
My hunch paid off.
God is retiring, and Lucifer's taking his place.
Makes an odd amount of sense.
Really? That's your reaction?
You did just pull off a pretty elaborate prank that made me think I got a bunch of people killed. So, Lucifer is God. I can think of crazier things.
Did not think I would ever hear that from you. Be able to balance being the ruler of the universe with being my boyfriend. When I say out loud, sounds really selfish, but...
No. You just trust that whatever challenges life throws at you, you're gonna figure it out.
Fitbit, I was able to track its serial number, ping its location, and boom! Still at the aquarium, you guys. Doing figure eights in one of the tanks.
With water and stomach acid, the chances are even slimmer with this arm.
But the killer doesn't know that.
It's just a fish. If I could move it on my own, I would.
You're asking us to move a shark.
This shark's grown too large for his tank. I'm transporting it.
2 hours after I told you it's digesting a piece of evidence. Our search team is in your office right now. Plus, I'm sure we'll find your DNA on Bruna's arm.
Choosing which fish would live and which ones would die.
To me, like Bruna wasn't the only one playing God. Did you enjoy smiting her?
That she'd been telling me about our financial issues for years. I lost control. I didn't even know that I had the letter opener in my hand until I stabbed her with it.
Elizabeth Newman, you're under arrest for the murder of Bruna Lorenzoni.
I knew it though.
Lucifer, you okay?
I don't think I've been listening at all to what my father truly wants. Would you excuse me? Something I need to do. Hey, Gabriel. You got a minute? Oh, come on. I know you're listening. You always are.
What can I say? It's one of my God-given talents.
I need you to do me a favor.
I brought Trixie a chocolate cake. I mean, do you really think I'd make your father give up his dreams? Always think you know everything. He'd hold off on becoming a detective until I got my acting career going. But when it came time for his turn,
He died.
I'd give anything to have another chance at being the supporting partner.
You want to stay for dinner? You have dessert.
I realized there's only one thing that's going to make his retirement fulfilling. I enlisted Gabriel's help to make it happen.
Mom?
Hello, my sweet boy.
Lucifer, how?
Well, it wasn't easy. Mum says she only has enough juice for this one time.
It's a tough gig. But you understand that now that you're doing it.
I don't find it nearly as difficult as you made it out to be.
Clearly, you're better at it than I ever was. No surprise in that.
I found out that Dad's not losing his powers. Michael's been gaslighting him. Dad's fine. He can keep being God. Everything can go back to normal.
Except for the part where I don't get to become God and prove that I'm worthy. It's like my plans for Dad's retirement have gone off to a smashing start.
We're moving to my universe.
Your mother spent a long time in my world. It's my time. It's spectaculars.
So who's gonna be God here?
Dad, a word. Now that we know you're not losing it, there's no need for you to retire.
I thought you wanted to be God.
I did. I do. Can't you stay and annoy me for a bit longer?
Nothing lasts forever, son.
Tired of the episode.
Why is this most perfect son? And now the perfect dad.
I've got no choice in the matter.
I've given you a life of choice. This one's mine.
Oh?
I could have been a better father to you. I can say something I've wanted to for a long time. I love you, son.
Oh, that's really sad.
I think Amenadiel might like to hear that too.
Time to go. My universe needs me.
Oh, that was touching.
Thank you, son.
We got to name your successor.
It's not up to me anymore. You'll figure it out.
How much of this was your plan?
So there's no God.
Nothing lasts forever, I suppose.
I decided something. I'm quitting the LAPD. Became a cop so that I could do good and help people. So if I can help you become God, then I'll be helping everyone as well. You've been helping me do my job for the last 5 years. Now it's my turn to support you.
Not quit your job, Chloe. What about Trixie and your apartment? I guess God will take care of that.
Where's father?
Excuse us, we were having a moment.
Do you name his successor?
No, he said it was up to us to figure it out.
Michael's been gathering support from the others.
This was his plan all along.
If it's up to our brothers and sisters, it looks like he has a good shot. Backing you, Lucifer. I may not like you, but I hate Michael even more. Michael would never suspect I'd take your side.
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
And knowing my brother, he won't be wasting any time.
Hello?
Who's your favorite brother?
Quit it, dork! Gotta say, Mom's universe is pretty cool.
You get the thing?
I got the thing.
This thing can actually kill us.
Oh, that's right.
Azrael really should have kept a better eye on her blade.
Who's gonna try to kill Lucifer? Oh, Lord. Well. Yes. So I was thinking when we met Gabriel. Gabriel? Right? Gabriel, didn't Gabriel betray God too or something? Didn't that angel like do something horrible because I remember in all the movies and stuff, I should quote the Bible because I was in Catholic school majority of my life. I should know this. But I learned it from the movies. But I do remember, like, Gabriel, like, always is like a backstabber. At least that's how Gabriel's been represented in movies. I forgot the word I was going to use. So I was waiting to see what she was going to do, and she did exactly what I learned in movies. Michael is back. I was like wondering how Michael is going to come back and tie into this season, and that's what it was. I actually feel like I know what's going on. I feel like now God and Goddess are together, and they're in her universe, but he's actually still here, just watching everything happen and going to see the battle between Michael and Lucifer and everything. I don't see God just being like, bye y'all, bye humanity, gotta go, and then just like peacing out. That's why I wasn't very emotional during that whole segment until God told Lucifer, I love you. I think that it was just because in all these seasons, we clearly know that Lucifer, that's what Lucifer's been waiting for, right? Acceptance, love, admiration from his own father, and he wasn't getting it. And I believe in that dinner room table scene, I think he said it. I think he said, like, do you love me? Or something of that nature. And so him finally getting it right now and then seeing that God cry and stuff like that, it was extremely emotional. But as I said, I feel like I know what's going to happen. By the ending of this season, God's going to go right back in his mantle. But I'm very curious on why or how Gabriel could actually go through different universes. I understand that it's like the angel of message, which, by the way, I didn't even know all of these angels had like these quotations or like these other names or what they do. So Gabriel, the angel of message or whatever. But how could Gabriel really do that and go to a different universe, even if she's going to do messages, but God can't and Goddess can't? Like, they're like the strongest beings ever. So that's the only thing that I didn't understand, but I'm sure somebody is going to type down below in the comment section exactly how and why. What did I like? Did I like this movie? Did I like the killing? I did like the killing situation, but I knew exactly who the killer was as soon as it started. And normally I don't. I also normally find the show a lot more funnier, which I did not mind, by the way, it being subtle. Like, here's funny, here's funny, here's funny, there's funny. But generally it's like I never stop laughing. But this episode felt more like a story building for the final 2 episodes that are going to happen. And I think that's exactly why it wasn't as humorous, which is perfectly fine by me. Ella, we finally found out her darkness that she's always talked about in other seasons, in other episodes, and it's kind of twisted and creepy, but also because that's her job. But then she said she's always been like that, so that's also kind of scary, because I know serial killers in all the biographies that I've watched, or documentaries that I've seen, I should say, they've talked about that, like having this dark thing that they like to do, either killing animals or liking murder stuff, or just like, you know, acting kind of dark since little kids. And then they grow up and it starts escalating, escalating, escalating. The only thing that's good about Ella, or I should say about this darkness with Ella, is she's using it towards goodness while solving out murders and doing stuff like that. So I don't really find it to be a dark more than a gift, if you want to take it as that. Minus, I mean, there's the point that she sees somebody who was going to possibly get killed and she didn't say anything because she was already in her head going like, oh, I wonder what I'm going to do here. How are they gonna die? Let me figure this out. Blue's Clues. So that is kind of dark, but I still love her. I love me some Ella. The moment where God spoke to her too was extremely emotional as well. I don't know, did I cry? Let me know, did I cry? I'll see in an edit. But overall, I really did like this. I was kind of shocked that Chloe was so quick to like leave her job. I'm like, here girl, I mean, what about Trixie? You know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen? But Lucifer does have an abundance amount of money, so she actually technically doesn't need to really work. And if that's what she came into work to do. But I feel like also like you're following your father's dreams. Like you're like, or I wouldn't say your father's dreams, but like you became a cop to help people, but also because of your dad, because she said that before. So just kind of strange she was so quick to piece that whole situation out. But as we see, there's more going to happen. There's a battle of brewing, and I'm here for it. So once again, guys, feel free to comment down below how you feel about this episode. I really can't wait to see what you guys think about this episode. As you see, I dropped another Lucifer reaction. It hasn't been that long compared to the other times. So we'll be getting into more and wrapping up this season, I promise you, very shortly. I will be gone this weekend because it is my birthday weekend. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. You guys get the point. Happy birthday. Thank you guys. Stop it. Stop it. So I won't be doing reactions this weekend, but I'll be back. I believe with a movie is what I'll do when I come back. The first thing I do. Once again, thank you all for being here. Until next time, I'm off this.